The same thing with the cat. This is going to be the owner's right. Okay? So we have our long head, lateral head of the triceps brachii. Clavotrapezius is here. Acromiotrapezius is under here and right here. Okay? Acromiotrapezius. Deltoid. Sorry, guys. Acromiospinodeltoid. Okay? Acromiospinotrapezius.
Oh, that way up there is the clavo?
Yeah, here. The clavodeltoid and the clavotrapezius are continuous with one another. But if I put it over the arm, it'll be clavodeltoid. If I put it on the neck, it'll be clavotrapezius. Okay?
Acromio is that big old thing?
Yeah, acromiodeltoid is this, acromiotrapezius is here. Okay?
Like the scapular area, right?
Yeah.
For the acromio.
Latissimus dorsi? Yeah, it's right over the scapula. Okay? Supraspinatus. The spine in the cat is right here. You can feel it if you touch it. So the fossa right above the spine on the scapula in humans is the supraspinous fossa, right? So this is the supraspinatus. It's on that fossa. Alright? Okay. Here you have your subscapularis again, and you can also see it from the front, right? Rhomboid capitis and a rhomboideus. Okay? Make sure not to mix those up, okay? Don't put rhomboideus capitis. Rhomboid capitis and rhomboideus, right? And the splenius is this muscle. Okay?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Good one. Here. Levator scapulae ventralis. And then this is spinodeltoid. Okay, let's just move dorsi. Alright, on most of the cats, the gluteal muscles aren't that good, but caudofemoralis is like the straight rectangular one. Gluteus medius is at the top. It's the biggest one, and the fibers run like this. And then gluteus maximus kind of flaps over the gluteus medius like this, and here it's like kind of torn.
So it's right above the...
It's right on top of, actually, I think this is it right here. You guys see that? And the fibers run more side to side. And the gluteus medius, the fibers run like this. Okay? Gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, caudofemoralis. This is your biceps femoris. On this side you can see your vastus lateralis. And tensor fascia latae is this V-shaped muscle here. Okay, it's continuous with this white fascia. Tensor fascia latae. Okay, gastrocnemius. Inside the gastrocnemius is the soleus. On the back and the sides of the bone, on the leg are the fibularis muscles. On the anterior of the bone, you have the tibialis anterior and the extensor digitorum longus. Okay? On the front, you have your flexor digitorum longus. The front side. Also in your book it says plantaris, but you guys don't have to know plantaris. Okay. So gastrocnemius and soleus on the inside of the gastrocnemius. Okay. All right. So flapped over, you have your
on this. Just a second.
Gastrocnemius, soleus, flexor digitorum longus, and tibialis anterior. Okay. Cut and flapped over is the gracilis, semitendinosus, semimembranosus, adductor femoris, adductor longus, and pectineus. There. Okay, flapped over up here is actually partially cut off, is the sartorius. Okay, you have your quadriceps muscles, which include the vastus medialis, rectus femoris, and vastus lateralis. Here, looks like a hot dog. Okay. Your abdominal muscles, not that. here, the first layer is your external oblique. The fibers run in like this, right? Some of them are fused, so make sure you look at what the fibers are doing. Okay? Like when I did external oblique, I stuck it through the internal oblique, I stuck it through, but I also stuck it through the transversus abdominis. But what you can see where I stuck it through was just the fibers running like this, like that. That's the internal oblique. Right underneath it is the transversus abdominis, which runs more like the external oblique, but more across. Okay? Also, the transversus abdominis has these big white bands on them, whereas the internal-external oblique just looks thick and dark. Okay? The rectus abdominis goes all the way from up here. Here's part of it here. It goes all the way down the abdomen. Okay?
And it's kind of off to the side the way you pointed it today, right? Not, you didn't point it right on the middle.
Right. Sometimes it's like this is cut. Like here, this is cut, right? But this is part of the rectus abdominis. Okay? And remember, it goes all the way up here. Okay? So here's the rectus abdominis here. Here are the scalene. Again, it's a V-shaped muscle. For the guys over here, it's right here. Okay? The fan-looking thing is the serratus ventralis and subscapularis from the inside. Okay? Okay. Here we have our zippa humerales, pectoralis minor, pectoralis major, pecto antebrachialis, goes from the chest to the antebrachium, right? Pecto, chest, antebrachialis, okay? Up here, you don't need to see the pectoralis major, it goes underneath, and it does come out the other side of the pecto antebrachialis, but what you see here is the clavodeltoid and clavodependage, okay?
You can see it from the front side.
You can, but you don't need to be able to see it. Okay, so just here, I'll point to the pectoralis major, it'll be right here. Okay? Pecto antebrachialis, clavodeltoid. This is the epitrochlearis they used to attach over here. So the trochlea is on your humerus, right? Near the elbow. So I don't know how this muscle inserts, but I think of it as yeah, you can see here it's attached. You can see that it could go like over the trochlea, which epitrochlearis, that's what it means. Okay. So again, you have the long head of the triceps brachii, this whole thing. Right underneath that nerve there is a thin muscle, and that's the medial head of the triceps brachii, biceps brachii, here. Okay, clavodeltoid again, and acromiodeltoid is right underneath it. But here, they're together. Okay. Just the medial head. Medial, long, and lateral head. Lateral is on the other side. Okay. Here again we have the brachioradialis, extensor carpi radialis longus. Pronator teres is the one that's fat here, and then it continues, it turns into like fascia down here. So it's just fat here and it goes really thin. The thick, shiny one in the middle is the palmaris longus. Between the palmaris longus and the pronator teres is the flexor carpi radialis. On the other side of the palmaris longus is the flexor carpi ulnaris. Right? Okay, and on the neck, you just have to know the masseter, digastric, mylohyoid is right up here between the digastric muscles, it goes side to side, and sternohyoid goes straight down here. Okay? Yeah, you don't have to be able to see that. Most of the cats, you can't see the sternomastoid, so don't worry about it. Okay? If I missed anything?